the Mounties' cause and allow that defense to catch their breath.
Get a few seconds, key seconds here of rest as the half winds down here. Just under 3 minutes left to go in the first half. And these are big players on the field here for Mount SAC. They get winded pretty easily here.
2nd and 15 after the penalty. Plant rolls out to his right. Now steps up, but he's still going back down in the backfield.
That was led by number 50 against Skylar Crawl. The second-year player out of Glendora. Way to not give up on that play. He just went after the quarterback, followed him towards the sideline, and right behind him was his teammate, Lolani Fa'alua, the big 6'2", 310.
He's getting better at that.
Yeah, the Fa'alua, I think I am. So a nice defensive pressure there by the Mount SAC Mounties.
Boy, the penalty kills you there if you're Chaffey. Now it's a 3rd and 17. You're not even in field goal range. Pressure it is. The quarterback, Clint, and Mullen takes a huge hit. You can't hang on to the football. Incomplete. My, oh my, that was the second big hit of the night.
Guess who that was?
I'm going to guess one of the brothers.
Seedy.
Sita has been laying the lumber on the Panthers here tonight. 4th and 17, and now Chaffey will have to punt.
Laying the lumber is actually an understatement. That he pounded and plowed through that poor Chaffey player there. I did not see who the player was. That ball did fall incomplete, but he had his way with him. And
it's a rock slide coming down the mountain here at Mount San Antonio College.
Got the job done is the important thing.
It's a good snap this time on the punt from Luna. And a good punt as well. It bounces inside the 5, but takes a hop into the end zone for a touchback. So with a minute 50 left to go here before we hit the half. 19-5, Mount SAC leads. They'll start this drive at their own 20, and let's see if this offense can show us a little bit of their 2-minute routine here.
Well, the special teams and the defensive unit for the Mounties tonight are showing that they can capitalize. They capitalize on that penalty committed by Chaffey, backed him up a little bit, put some more pressure on their quarterback Plant, and then force him to throw that incomplete pass there. So the defense doing what they do is affect the quarterback and their offensive unit.
Mounties will start at their own 20, and before they get going, the officials will talk whatever they need to talk over together. Now on the field, I think there's a little bit of a clock malfunction as the clock did not start on time during the punt. Clock operator right behind us here in the booth of Hilmer Lodge Stadium, the final year of Hilmer Lodge Stadium.
Yeah. I'm excited to see what this new one's going to end up looking like. If you visit the Mount SAC Athletics website, you can see a virtual flyover. It looks phenomenal with what they're going to do here. Not taking away anything away from the current Hilmer Lodge. It is a fantastic view up here in the press box. Very excited. They do deserve that new renovated stadium.
Delayed handoff here. This is Aaron Bonds up the middle, gets across the 30, picks up a first down to the 33-yard line. He goes, and he continues to be a versatile weapon for Coach Jace Drab in the running game, but he can also catch the football as well in that slot position.
Well, it's his 5'8" frame where he's sneaky behind that offensive line to where he can pick and choose where he's going to run.
1st and 10 for the Mounties, and that is incomplete. It's a bad pass. Justin Allo looking for tight end Stephen Short. 2nd and 10. Stephen Short. Mounties haven't used him a whole lot this year at the tight end spot, but he is drawing a little bit of interest from the University of Illinois as far as Division I schools go that are checking out the Mounties tight end. He's a sophomore, so this is his final opportunity. On the 2nd and 10, Allo drops back to pass, faces some pressure. That's the first completion of the night to Derek Mackin. He breaks a couple of tackles and he's loose into Chaffey territory, and he steps out of bounds at the Panther 39-yard line, and another late flag does fly in. This one might tack on 15 more yards.
Mackin looking great right there on that reception, Chris. You mentioned his first one of the night. He did a little, shimmy shake on the defense there, trying to get more yardage and drew a penalty. What seems to be a penalty on Chaffey. We will wait to see an official word that continues this drive here with about a minute 17, it looks like.
Derek Mackin had a huge game to open up the season against College of the Canyons. A couple touchdowns, 144 yards receiving, but he's almost been somewhat invisible in the receiving game.
Well, believe it or not, last week he only had one reception. It was for 10 yards, but one reception. He was part of those 11 that got the attention from Allo last week, but he's still a very vital, important piece to this offense here, as it will be on Mount SAC and not Chaffey.
It'll still be a first down for the Mounties as the penalty occurred after the play. But instead of being at the Panther 39, this offense will stay at their own 46. So perhaps a little bit of taunting after Mackin was taken down out of bounds.
You can say that. That totally negates a brilliant run by Mackin. We'll see what happens here next for the Mounties.
Minute 17 left to go before we hit the half. 19-5, the Mounties lead. They have it at their own 46. 4 receivers set, 3 lined up to the near side of the field. Snap is back. Allo looks to the near side of the field, fires, and it's Ryan Simpson on the catch and run. And he's right around that first down marker, which is at the 34-yard line of the Panthers.
Another 5'8" player for the Mounties. Chris. Another 5'8" player for the Mounties doing his work.
Ryan Simpson, a touchdown reception a week ago. Slot receiver. There's the minute and 11 left to go before we get to half. The Mounties now have it at the Chaffey 44. 4 receivers set once again for the Mounties. Handoff, Tolbert wrapped up in the backfield initially, breaking tackles and fumbled the football. Chaffey fell on top of it, and it's a turnover for Mount SAC.
That was Brandon Wilson on that carry who popped up the ball.
That was Wilson. For whatever reason, Omaris Tolbert, his carries have been limited outside of the goal line so far in this game. They give the handoff to the big back Wilson that time. He can't hang on to the football. It's the first turnover for the Mounties in this game. And it comes at a very crucial time. Still a minute 5 left to go, and Chaffey will get it at their own 44-yard line. They're only down by 14, and any type of points here would certainly help their cause heading into the locker room at halftime.
Absolutely, but Mount SAC is relying heavily on their defense tonight. Thankfully, the defense has been up to par here, as they've been doing so well all season long and continues against Chaffey. We'll see if they can hold them before this first half comes to an end.
Snap is back. Handoff. This is Mullen. No, it's a play action and going deep and having the pass nearly intercepted with the quarterback plant. That was Wardale Berry, the freshman out of Pasadena High School, who had it go in and out of his hands.
In and out. It dropped right off of his fingertips was Berry. So great coverage on that play. The great DB there for Mount SAC. Let's see if they continue to put pressure on play.
That was a great play action. Had me completely freaked. 2nd and 10 after the incompletion.
There's always at least one play action during a game that gets me fooled. At least.
At least. 2nd and 10. Snap is back. Plant looking to pass, throws over the middle, and it's incomplete. Great coverage for the Mounties that time, courtesy of nice shot Hope, the 5'8" sophomore out of Las Vegas, Nevada. I was just there this morning.
I was just there last week.
Things in common.
No rain on my mixer, thankfully.
No comment on that. Good old times up here at home alone. 53 seconds left to play in this first half. 19-5, the Mounties lead. Before we get going with this play, Coach Jabs wants to burn his final timeout of the half. 53 seconds left to go. That's a lot of time for this no-huddle spread to put some points up on the scoreboard, but it seems as if the Panthers come oh so close every time. They just can't get the job done. when it's time to put something up on the scoreboard.
Talking about putting something up on the scoreboard, the defense, again, in this game for Mount SAC has done a phenomenal job, holding them just to 5 points, and 3 if you don't count the special teams play there by Chaffey. But, you know, they're defense heavy tonight, you want to say. Tolbert, like you said, has been limited to just goal line carries so far for the Mounties. They've really involved Aaron Bonds and you know, some other key players there for the Mounties. Brandon Wilson on that last carry did cough up the ball, so we'll see if Tolbert gets reintroduced to the mix here in the second half. See if they can establish some sort of running game, as it's relied heavily on the defense tonight.
Ever since the first carry of the game for the Panthers, which was a 25-yard carry by Burke, so the running game for Chaffey is as close to non-existent as possible. 3rd and 10. 4 receivers set. Plant now going to step up and throw, and the pass is hauled in for a first down to the 45-yard line. That time for Chaffey, it was Joaquin Faro once again, and that'll move the change with 47 seconds left to go. Now the clock will run inside 40 seconds as the whistle blows.
Very close to
that was close to hitting the ground.
Yeah, I actually thought it did, but
1st and 10. Another deep ball down the near sideline, and it goes off of the hand of Michael Robert. No flag. Chaffey looking for a PI. No, there is a flag that just fly in late. Just now. Right as I'm talking. You can hear the frustration from the Mount SAC defensive coordinator.
There's a side judge on that play watching it.
The back judge decides to throw the flag.
From the second they took off, and not only was it a call from a judge that is typically out of range.
So they will negate the flag.
Okay.
They said it's uncatchable. That's a good call right there, because that ball was thrown out of bounds. There's no way Robert catches that ball.
5 yards out of bounds. Yeah, so
that's a good call. Now it's 2nd and 10 for Chaffey. 27 seconds left to go here in the first half of action. 19-5 Mount SAC leads. Ball on the Mountie 44. Snap is back. Plant faced with pressure, going deep once again, this time to the far side of the field, and that one thrown out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, that was pressure from Eli Sanoa Aluesi. Again, the defensive end, 6'7". Let's remember, 265. A very fast defensive end for Mount SAC, brought all the pressure there, made sure Plant wasn't completely set in the pocket, and Plant overthrowing his receiver on that last attempt there, Chris.
Now a 3rd and 10, 21 seconds left to go. This has been the story for Chaffey College's offense all night. They'll get themselves into Mountie territory, but they can't capitalize off of it. Just a field goal, 2 points off of a blocked PAT to show for it. Plan will drop back to pass now, step up, and be taken down at the line of scrimmage for no gain. 4th down, the clock just going to keep running into the half. That'll do it for the first half from Hilmer Lodge Stadium in Walnut, California, 19-5. Our score is the Mounties. Another impressive defensive first half for them. We'll send it over to Nick Price, our statistician and halftime guru for the night. He'll get you caught up himself on scores from around JUCO ball. 19-5, our score, the Mounties. Chaffey College at the half. We'll send it over right now to Nick Price.
Thank you very much, Chris. I'm going to get you going in just a minute, but first of all, Brian, I do want to hear some of your thoughts of the first half. 19-5, obviously, these offenses left some of their production at the door.
Yeah, and that last play there, just to end the half, back-to-back big stops by the defense. Eli Sanoa Aluesi again on a sack for Mount SAC, as the players are coming back to the field here.
Interesting.
As they might have another second or
Well,
two.
there was some miscommunication as we take the mic away from Nick Rice. we'll hear from him in 2 seconds of football. But apparently.